Week from today, this building will be absolutely packed. The starting gate here at Churchill Downs, jam-packed as well, with 20 of the best 3-year-olds in the country. It is Derby Week in Louisville. Welcome, everyone, to Pursuit of the Crown, live from Churchill Downs. And earlier this morning, Churchill Downs just a playground for Derby prospects.
Wayne had a great soundbite. He's never seen an ugly bride on their wedding day, and he's never seen a bad word from a horse on Derby Week. So, classic line there from Wayne.
Noble's Promise is still undecided. The quote from Kenny McPeak is, "We need to scope clean."
My allergies have been bothered, all of the pollen in the air as well.
The Derby, sponsored by Benadryl.
Just get the feel and see how he handles this track. And looked like he went around pretty well.
What would a win in the Derby mean to Flores?
It would put a huge feather in that big Stetson that he wears, I can tell you that.
Have you had a dream yet about the Kentucky Derby?
I hope you're in it, Scott. I hope you're in it and we win. That'd be great.
Todd Pletcher sending out 5 horses, maybe 4 for the Derby, maybe 1 for the Oaks.
At 0 for 24, what's the worst that could happen, you know? Yeah, we could go to 0 for 31, you know? He's without a doubt the best horse that we've ever brought to this stage. It's a tough one.
Escondrea, the nation's overwhelming 3-year-old, the superstar of the division, out of Derby 136.
Nobody's going to be afraid of anybody in this race. It may be one of the most wide-open derbies going in.
I think that we're all highly disappointed that we're not going to get to see the gifted athlete run.
So this defection moves up homeboy Chris.
I feel good about homeboy. I kind of feel bad for Zayat and Todd. Todd's still got a chance with these other 9 or 10 Derby horses.
Yet again, one more Derby defection.
Been through this too many times to run horses that we don't feel good about.
Rule, he is out, allowing trainer Nick Zito to have another Derby contender, and that is Jackson Bend.
So I hope he runs, I'll sign right now for second.
Do you think they have to
Paper, that'll get me second, I'll sign.
Different day, same story. We lose yet another Derby prospect.
Obviously very disappointing, and that's, it's hard to get to the Derby.
With endorsement out, that allows back talk to come in.
bring some dress clothes?
You know what, I don't want you to look in my car because you're going to see that I did, and that's maybe a bit more optimistic than I'm playing that I was, but unfair question, man.
Clock is spinning on Todd Pletcher and Devil May Care.
Well, today, as you saw, she's wearing a yellow saddlecloth, which is for the Derby horses.
So if you're making a morning line favorite, who is the morning line favorite for the Derby now?
I think looking at Lucky turns into the morning line favorite.
It's easy to make a Baffert horse the favorite. I mean, he's, and his form's good.
Let's hand it over to John Asher of Churchill for the draw of the 136 run for the Roses.
Where he hopes to be at the end of the day, it's where he's going to start. Looking at Lucky, number 1.
I want a full investigation. The 2 big guns from California looking at Lucky, drawn inside, and Sydney's Candy in the 20 post.
When I heard 20, I felt like Santa put a lump of coal in my stocking.
The rain continues to fall, and the weather remains a problem.
I hate not being able to train my horses the right way. I hate it. It's just so boring, but I just can't bring myself to do it on a bad track. It's against my religion.
The latest report as far as forecasting the rain, they're saying 5 inches tomorrow night.
Did I hear him say 5 inches? Did he just say 5 inches?
We have faced over 135 years just about every situation. Rains significantly. We have some storms. We're not looking forward to it, but we'll be ready for it.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby. Super Saver, Calvin Burrell, they are glued to the rail. Moving into the turn, they're running in 6th. Super Saver is 4th. He's still down inside, but Super Saver's now starting to move. Super Saver, Calvin Burrell, 1 furlong from the Derby here. But it's Super Saver and Calvin Burrell, the unflappable Calvin Burrell, riding that rail to victory once again in the Kentucky Derby.
Calvin was well mounted, I thought, but the way he does things is, we know what he's going to do, and he still does. We all know what he's going to do, and he does it over and over again. He's the best, Mr. Derby.
Calvin Burrell, it's unbelievable what he does, but he can get it done.
Calvin, he's got such a feel for this racetrack. I think Pat Day built it. Now he passed the deed on to Calvin Burrell.
Todd Pletcher finally getting his first win in the run for the Roses and for WinStar. After they lost a couple of horses earlier in the week, they still wind up with the right horse, Super Saver, in the first leg of this year's Triple Crown.
You know, sometimes you might feel down about one thing, and it's a blessing for another one. So, yeah, we're very fortunate.
You know, he threw me up and said, ride him like you own him, and that's what we did. You know what? I'm going to Triple Crown this year.